Well, hello, and welcome to the Mostly All Figured Out podcast. This is your host, Emily Louie. We are trying something new today. I am recording this podcast from my couch, and I am also recording this podcast with a video component. So I was told recently that I am missing out on growth opportunity if I don't get my podcast on YouTube. So here we are, me and Bulbasaur. If you're listening, you should probably check out my YouTube that I just created to see the Bulbasaur blanket. Pokemon, of course. I live in a log cabin, apparently. This is my log cabin wall. I built this with my hands in Amherst, New York. It's not true. None of it's true. But I do, for some reason, have wood paneling here. I moved into this. This was here. It's very, very 90s. I feel like my video production partner, Justin Bondy, of Justin Bondy Productions, you should all use him if you need a video producer. He's the best. He would be proud of me. I did some backlighting. See, you can see all the shadows. Actually, he probably wouldn't be that proud, but I thought about it. I did think about it. So, yeah, this is a very typical Emily situation where I absolutely do not have it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out. That's why it's called Mostly All Figured Out. This is a mess. And I really hope that one day, not that long from now, I look back at this very first video that I posted on YouTube and I think, sweet girl. So if you're just listening to this, please do bear with me. I won't reference too many things visually, but this is a new component. Now I'm vocally putting on a show, and I'm also on the camera. So there may be some weird pauses, but I'm going to try to not do that. And we're going to see how this goes. I may hate this. I don't know. Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to do that will be annoying for people who are not watching. So I have this ring light, and it's got 3 different settings, 3 different colors. And I cannot for the life of me figure out which one makes me look horrendous and which one makes me look okay. Every time I try to use it, I look sickly. I feel like I look sickly. I tried a different thing than I did the last time, but I'm going to show you the 3 options, and I would like for anyone who's watching this to vote on which lighting is the best option. I'm probably going to go with this one just because it seems to be okay for today. So this is option number 1. Okay, option number 2. Ooh, icy blue. And 3. She's on fire. This is the one, for some reason I was doing this one a lot. It looks fine. See, I feel like it makes me look like I have some color, and I'm not like a ghost. But then when I was watching it back, I was like, that makes me look ill. So, yeah, back to 1. So let me know which one you think. All right, let's get to the point of this podcast. It is 2024. I cannot believe it. I honestly cannot believe it. And at the same time, I absolutely can't believe it. At the beginning of 2023, I was recovering from COVID. I had just discovered bed bugs, one of the worst experiences of my life. Had just thrown my mattress out the door. Oh, God, that was so terrible. Didn't have a bed for 3 months. 3 full months. Now I have a great mattress, so it's good. But, wow. Ryan and I had just separated, so that was horrendous. The blizzard, we had just been through the blizzard. So when I think about that, it feels like a whole other lifetime. And I'm glad we're past that. I'm really glad we're past that, to be honest with you. I am very I was not complaining. No, I was in my head. I was complaining to myself mostly that I can. Okay, so here, quick story. It's going to be like, oh my God, I forgot. Before I go on this story, this is so rough. I'm so sorry. I realize that I make a lot of assumptions when I start these podcasts that people who are now watching or listening to it know what the hell this podcast is about. But maybe you don't. Maybe you just, for some reason, found me for this one. So mostly I'll figure it out. This is a podcast about. Honestly, I don't fucking know. But here's what I'm telling people. I'm telling people that my hope for this podcast is that when I bring people on and when I share my own journey and mistakes and successes, and when I interview people about their career trajectories or career pivots or their passions that they do on the side, that it will expand anyone who listens to the episode, that it will expand their mind to what's possible for them. So my hope is that it will inspire you to take steps towards whatever it is that you really care about, whatever that might be, whether it's a new job or a hobby or a skill or a lifestyle, whatever it is. So that's kind of my hope. The point is, and to make it relatable, because the point is no one actually has it figured out. So I think sometimes we put people who appear successful on some kind of a pedestal and believe that they have something that we don't that got them there. And I don't believe that's true. I think that anyone can be successful at whatever it is they want to do within reason, of course, within reason. But my hope is that by hearing the stories of other people, it'll make you see these people or hear these people and realize that you're not that different from them. So back to my story, which was my story. Oh, this morning. It is January 2nd. This will come out 3rd, 4th, 5th, January 5th. I really thought my children had school today. So I woke my kids up. I was late to waking them up because I was tired. Because we've been on vacation, you know? And they were sleeping. I had to wake them up. Breakfast so fast. Backpacks are all packed. Had to put all their winter shit back in there. Blankies, stuffies, boots, water bottles, feed the dog. No time for peanut butter toast this morning. Sorry, bro. Here's a smoothie. A pre-made smoothie. So, not by me, by Wegmans, by Danny Wegman. So it was a fast one. Jack still had homework to do because, of course, I haven't been having him do his homework over the break. So we were speeding out the door. We got out the door, driving down. I'm like, oh my God, yes, I cannot wait to go to this workout class at 8:45 after I've dropped these children off. I need this so bad. I just need to, like, workouts have saved me. Workouts have saved me. And I needed one today. Get to the school, 8:05, opens at 8. It's one car. One car. Nah. Nope. Parking lot's empty. I was like, I guess everybody's taking their... No. They're not taking their time, Emily. They're not coming. School's closed. So that was a devastating discovery this morning. So yeah, that's something that I have been not complaining about, but working through today and the last few days of vacation. I just am feeling like I have a lot of work to do and I'd like to start doing it. And today, for whatever reason, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was because I had a bulletproof coffee again after taking a little bulletproof break. Maybe it was something in the moon and the stars. I don't know. But, like, I was really about the podcast today. I got a bunch of interviews lined up, which I'm super psyched about. I checked my stats for the first time in a really long time and was really excited. I forgot that Spotify does a Spotify Wrapped for podcasts. So they they did one for mine, and like people really listen, and like that's so cool. 23 people's number one podcast that they listen to. So like, okay, um, thanks. So yeah, but I found out, and I don't know if I should share this or not because of like, are people gonna think this is good or bad? I think it's good. And this is a year of growth. And this will be great because we can listen to this episode. I'll listen to this episode at the end of the year and see how far I've grown. But I believe I have around 100 subscribers between Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and something like 250 listeners. That feels really cool. Like, where are you? Where'd you come from? It's so cool. I love it. So I don't know why you listen to me, honestly. Well, it's not for me. It's for the guests that I have on, who are great. And I will not, I promise you will not be disappointed with the few that are coming next. But yeah, so I was really psyched about that. So then I got some social media posts in, which if you've been listening to this for a minute, you know that I'm terrible about posting on the app, mostly all figured out Instagram. But 2024, it's a new year. It's a new year. It's a new year. And that is actually what we're going to talk about today. So, oh God, I've been talking for 11 and a half minutes. Sorry. All right. Here's what we're going to talk about today. So something that is hilarious is last year I listed off all the horrible things that I was dealing with this time of year. And I'm so grateful. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so, Lord, Mary, Joseph. I am so happy that I'm just so happy to be where I'm at right now compared to where I was last year. And that's something I love that perspective. I love that perspective, especially when things feel really hard. And they did a lot of times in 2023. I'm just like, I may have talked about this in another episode already. When I really feel like when I feel hopeless, which doesn't happen often, to be clear. It does not happen often. I'm pretty good at like picking myself back up. But this 2023 was the hardest year of my life, period. I've had some really difficult challenges in my life, as we all have. 2023 was the hardest. And so there was moments where I did feel very hopeless, and something that I would do to help give myself perspective is I would go into my Google Calendar and go to a year later on the same day and write something like, this day or year ago, you had no idea how good you were going to feel. And look at you now, or something like that, you know? And I'm really hoping that it works out the way that I wanted it to, and that on those days, I open my phone and I see it and I'm like, yeah, I am feeling good. And I will. This is my year. This is my year. I'm telling you. It's 2024. It's January 2nd today. January 5th when this will be posted. January or February or whatever day when you're going to be listening to this. Last year I did this was the whole point. We're coming back around. This time last year, I actually have to re-listen to it because I haven't. I gave, I believe, an 8-step New Year's Eve like resolution goal setting process that I absolutely did not follow. I absolutely did not. I did some of the steps. I did not do all of them. This year, I was much more chill. And I think I'm going to have more success this year. I also looked at all my goals from last year, and I achieved like 3 of them, and I had like 27. So we're doing things a little bit differently this year. So one thing I always do is, at least the last couple of years, the Wheel of Life. So if you've never heard of this, it's basically you just rate different areas of your life. So money, career, relationships, fun and recreation, spirituality, and a couple others, something like that. And you just kind of rate them 0 out of 10. And then that gives you an idea of where you might want to put your focus for the year ahead. Because if I'm looking at it like, oh, okay, awesome, money is at a 3. So at least we've got it up 2 numbers from the year before. But we still got work to do. So maybe money is my focus again for 2024. But this time it's going to be better. I know it. I know it. Yeah, so the point is to give you some direction of where you should set your focus. So what I do is I do my little wheel of life, and then I list all the categories, and I set a couple goals / intentions for each of those categories. So like fun and recreation, I put some take the boys on vacation, go on a girls trip, something I always wanted to do, spend a long weekend in New York, celebrating my friend's wedding. Let's pull up my goals. Who's ready for this? Who's ready? Nope. We're not going to sing. We're not going to sing. You'd be so lucky. You would be so lucky. Okay. Home goals. Like I put for my home, my environment, I put like a bunch of things that I need to do in the house. I probably should add getting rid of the log cabin, but this feels like a bigger project unless somebody wants to help me with it. You let me know. Career goals, become an LLC. That I'm doing that this year. Super hyped for that. I want to rebrand as a nonprofit agency. Definitely doing that. We're going to monetize this podcast, baby. That's career goal number 3. Those are our 3 career goals. And I feel like they are big, but also very attainable. Become an LLC. I can do that. I can definitely do that. Rebrand. I've been talking about rebranding for over a year now, actually. So like, it's got to happen. And this podcast is going to grow. Now that we're on YouTube, baby. Now that we're on YouTube. Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff. So I just kind of went through each of these categories, which I'll tell you them now since I have them in front of me. So money, love relationship, home, career, spirituality, personal growth, health, friendships / family, fun and recreation. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So then I just make some goals or intentions for each of those things. And I feel really good about it. I actually feel really good about it. I feel like these are possible. I don't know if I hate this video thing or not, but I'm sure this is annoying for the people in audio. Sorry. Maybe I'll cut this out. So the other thing that I do that I've done since 2018 is I pick a theme for the year. And I love doing this. And it's one thing. I mean, I've set like resolutions and goals every year. I don't know for how long. And I'll be honest with you, it's very rare that I get more than a couple of them accomplished because frankly, I don't look back at them. And that's something that I'm going to be working on this year. We're doing a lot of things. We are honestly doing a lot of things. And I also think I think goal setting is, I don't think I was doing it right before. And I'm still kind of learning the right things to do. Like I think old Emily would not have put become an LLC under my career goals. But it is a career goal. It just feels like, oh, I should be able to do that really quickly, right? Or, that's an easy, just do it. But it's been on my list for months and I still haven't done it. So it's on my list, my career goal list for 2024. Because we're going to get it done this year. So back to the theme of the year. So 2018 was the year of the killer. 2019, the year of the game changer. 2020, the year of no fear. Very ironic. 2021, the year of love. 2022, the year of freedom. Sometimes I think the universe has a sense of humor. 2023 was the year of the hustler. I knew that 2023 was going to be tough. And I was right. And we had to hustle through some really dark days when we literally couldn't even see straight. A lot of days that I don't remember, to be honest, months that I don't really remember. But I had to keep moving because I have my own business and I have 2 children and I have a house, a log cabin, and I have clients who need me to do the job that they hired me for. So it was the year of the hustler. This year, I'm very excited about. This year, as I've repeatedly said, 2023, I don't want to say it sucked. A large portion of it sucked. Probably at least half of it sucked. But a lot of it was so good. A lot of it was me coming back to myself, and a lot of it is me becoming I don't know, just like remembering who the fuck I am. I really got into tarot and getting tarot readings this year, and a card that I would get and see all the time was the Emperor, which I was told is really about that, like remembering who the fuck you are, stepping into the person that you've always been and having that confidence and the courage and the power. So I've really loved getting my power back, especially at the end of the year. At the end of 2023, everything changed for me. It just was like, okay, you're done now. Now you're done. You did all that. We're so proud of you. Good job. Good job. You cried. You cried a lot. You cried so much. You tried so hard not to cry in public. You didn't. You did. You did cry in public. But a lot of times you didn't. So also good on you. But you're done. It just like, it really was like that. It was like, no, I didn't. And it's so funny because I had my very first like real paid tarot reading last year, and I think it was in October. Honestly, I can't remember now. Maybe it was November. But it was in the middle of really dark times. And this woman who did the reading, she's amazing. She was like, you're going to move forward a lot faster than you think. And you're going to have a lit winter. And when I heard her say that, I was like, okay, I feel like she's just trying to like gas me up right now and make me feel better. But she was right. She was so right. She was so right. And also she gave me a really great new sign to look for from the universe. And it's pterodactyls. So I'm psyched about that because now when I see them, which isn't often, to be clear, it's not often, but when I do, I know that it's a good sign. So that's fun. So many things happen in that reading that I need to rewatch it. Maybe I'll do that after this. So 2024, what is the theme for Emily's 2024? Well, so glad you asked. It's the year of power. Ooh, the year of power. Yes, it is. So I gave myself a little description. I thought I'd just write some words to remind myself because this is, like I said, the goals. I'm not as good about checking the goals. I'm going to try. I'm going to put it in my calendar so that I do it often. I'd like to do it every day. But realistically, at least once a week. I don't know. I got to figure out the right amount of time that will keep things top of mind. But I am very good at remembering the theme of the year. And I also create, maybe I'll share it. I'll share it with you guys. I create a Spotify playlist for the year. And it's usually not entirely based on the theme of the year. But this year's kind of it is. My Spotify playlist for this year is very, it makes me feel that. It makes me feel like a powerful woman. So here's my little description that I put for myself. Realizing my power as a woman, a mom, a business owner, stepping into that power and confidence, owning it, being unapologetic about it, embodying the powerful woman that I've always been inside, releasing her, letting her take the lead, no longer letting other people and their needs or wants take it away from her, getting physically and emotionally stronger, better at boundaries, losing the need for external validation, and getting great at positive self-talk. Power in stability, power in decisions for the long game instead of the instant gratification, power in the focus, eyes on the prize. So that's 2024 for me. And I feel really good about it. When things switched for me, finally, and I moved from just being in a really unhappy place to feeling just tremendously better, it really was about power. It was about getting my power back that I knew I was giving away, but I felt like I had no control over it. I felt like I had zero control over my ability to hold on to my own power. And some might argue that I did have control. I was just letting my emotions get the best of me. I don't know. I tried everything. I think sometimes you just have to feel like garbage. Because otherwise then you just feel like garbage for the rest of your life, right? We're supposed to feel our feelings. It's 2024, baby. We're feeling our feelings now. That's what we do. Because we're trying to be better people. For our children, for our friends, for our future partners. Feel our fucking feelings. And so I felt a lot of goddamn feelings. Sorry for saying goddamn, Mom. Forgive me. So yeah, 2024 is the year of power, and I cannot wait to see what I am like at the end of this year, because I am like, wow, when I really like, it's so, when I think about what I was like at the beginning of 2023, what I looked like, what I felt like, what I was afraid of, what I was excited about, and think about myself now, it's unfucking believable. Like, I'm unrecognizable to the person that I was at the beginning of last year. And like, we're just getting started, baby. We're just getting started. We're on YouTube. This is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I hope that dude was right, because I need to get a better backdrop too. How many times am I going to do this? I keep playing with my hair. It's so annoying. I'm going to get better at this. Practice. It's about practice. So, ask yourself, what is the theme of your year? For real though, this is one practice that I think everybody should do. It just gives you a little direction, gives you a little path to walk down, because goals are going to change. We have goals. You know, I've got all these house goals, right? I don't even know how much longer I'm going to have this house for. I may be in an apartment in a couple months. I don't know. I really don't know. I've got money goals. I've got, like, who knows? And I'm open to whatever is going to happen. I know I'm going to be okay, because I always am. I always figure it out. And I just trust and believe that more good is coming for me. But the goals that I've made may change, and your goals may change. But what won't change is that this is the year of power, baby. This is the year of power. We're getting our power back. We got it. We always had it. But we're letting people know. So that's it. 2024. We're getting our power back. We're on YouTube. We've got goals. We're going to post more on Instagram. I know I've said that before, again, if you've been listening for a while, but I really am. I'm really going to do it. And I have so many great people that we're going to be talking to, so I'm psyched about that too. I hope this wasn't too horrible. I hope this wasn't your first episode. What else can I say? Is it okay for me to have jump cuts? I don't have multiple angles here. I don't have multiple cameras. Again, where's Justin Bondi? He would be disgusted. If you've gotten nothing else from this podcast, let your takeaway be that you absolutely do not have to have it all figured out to take the first step. Look at your girl. Look at her. She's in the log cabin with Bulbasaur. She's touched her hair 1,000 times. She's very distracted. Lights are beaming into her eyes right now. She's not sure if any of this podcast makes sense. She's talking in the third person. Just do it. Just go and do whatever it is you want to do. It's the beginning of the year. It's a new year. You can choose to start your year however the fuck you want. Take a step. Do a thing. Do it. I dare you. And tell me about it. I want to know. Please tell me. Seriously. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Thanks for following at Mostly All Figured Out on Instagram. Thank you for rating the podcast. Thank you for sharing links of the podcast to your family and friends. Thank you. Yeah. You're one of the 250 people that listen to this podcast, and I don't know why, but I'm really happy. I do. It's the people. It's the guests. I have really good guests. And I'm going to have so many good more. Peace and blessings. It's a new year. It doesn't have to be a new you. New year, same me, in the words of Sabrina Carpenter. God, I love that woman. Just do you. Be authentically yourself. Now I sound like a motivational speaker. Be true to you. Okay, we're done. Thanks for watching. Sorry. Thanks for listening. Also sorry. I've got a great episode with an interview next week with a lot of value. I learned a lot from this person, so very excited to share it on the 12th. We are back into doing once a week, every Friday. I promise you, I'm not going to let you down unless something like horrible happens. Forgive me, but otherwise, every Friday. So there may be some more solo episodes. I'll warn you. I'll put it in the description. But we're back at it, babies. We're back at it. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.